I just got back from a 4-day cruise to Mexico on the Carnival breeze, and it was a lot of fun. So join me and let's rewind to where the fun started in Galveston, Texas. Today we're here at the port of Galveston. We're setting sail on a 4-day cruise here aboard the beautiful Carnival breeze. Now this is not my first time on this ship. This is actually going to be my 4th time on this ship, and there's definitely a reason that we keep coming back, and today I'm going to show you guys why. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get on board. Alright y'all, we have officially made it on board. We've made it to our cabin 2206. Let's go check it out. So yeah y'all, that is a little bit of a tour of our cabin. But man, I'm so glad to be here on board. I'm starting to get hungry, and right now the time is 3:25, which means the sail away party is just about to get started up here real soon. So we're gonna go ahead and grab a bite to eat, then head on out to the Lido deck for our party. Also, if you want some more content from this cruise specifically, go ahead and check out YouTube Shorts, Instagram, and of course Facebook, because I've got a lot more content coming out for you there. Right, it's time to go ahead and head up to the Lido deck, get something to eat, and get set sail. Let's go. Alright y'all, so we've set sail. Now I'm trying to find these secret decks because for whatever reason I can't find it. I thought there was only 8, it might be 10. And when I checked 9, it was locked. It wasn't locked, it just said it was closed to like windy conditions. So hopefully this other one isn't closed. We'll see. Aha! I found it. So as you can see, we have made it to the secret deck. Surprisingly, it's not very windy, but the sun is starting to set just a little bit. As you can see, here's the view off the side of the ship. But yeah, this cruise is off to a great start. I can't wait to take each and every single one of you along with me for this journey. It's gonna be so much fun. As you already know, Carnival is the fun ship. Right now, as for what's next on the plan, I'm assuming dinner. We do have to go to guest services and get some things settled, but dinner for sure, that's coming up. I don't know if we're going to the main dining room or if we're going to the Lido Marketplace. Either way, I know they have some great options. If you watched my Carnival Valor videos that I posted, that was my last cruise I did out of New Orleans. They had some great buffet food. So I don't know if that buffet food is as good as it was on the Valor. I might go to the buffet instead of the main dining room. But either way, this cruise, we're going to figure out if it is just as good. Hopefully it is, because if it is, that means there's consistency going on within Carnival Cruise Lines. But if not, I hope one of them is good if the other one isn't. I would show you guys how to get down here to the secret decks, but they're called to the secret decks for a reason. So I'm going to let you have your own adventure whenever you're on your next Carnival cruise, so you can kind of adventure around and find it for yourself. But these secret decks are honestly really cool. It makes you feel like an officer of the ship, like you're driving it, since you get to be all the way up here at the front. But man, I genuinely, this is just, it's such a perfect day.
Let her have all the power.
Alright y'all, we have officially finished unpacking and getting set in and everything. Did come back to this welcome aboard towel animal. I've actually never seen one of these before on the first day. So that's honestly really cool that they're doing that now. But let's show you guys where we are. Here's the map channel. So you can see we are just pulling away from the coast, and we're off to Cozumel, Mexico.
5 hours later.
Alright y'all, I am back in the room once again. When am I not filming in the room? I need to film outside of the room sometime. Now we're back from eating. We went to guest services and I am exhausted. But thinking about going to the nightclub, but I think I've got just the welcome aboard show, and then I'm gonna hit I'm gonna hit the bed. Y'all are seeing like this vlog, I feel like is more of like behind the scenes. One of my old videos are like showcases, but this is like true behind the scenes. Also, for the 360 footage, I made an impulse purchase yesterday in hopes that we'd be on this cruise. Because like I said, this cruise, super last minute. I'll explain another time, but very, very last minute. I bought an Insta360. But yeah, it's been pretty cool to play with. One thing I don't know how to work is the editing for it. Also, I met Sinclair, the cruise director here on board. And then I also saw Chrissy. Chrissy is Fun Squad, and it's funny enough, I've been on this ship. This is my 4th time on this ship, and every time I've gone, she's happened to be on this ship. She actually saw me before I saw her, which was cool. But yeah, right, I'm gonna get to doing some working real quick, and then we're gonna head on up to the Welcome Aboard show. Let's go. Alright y'all, so we just finished up the Welcome Aboard show. It's a good show. It's pretty much the same thing. It hasn't changed here on the Breeze for quite some time, but it was great nonetheless getting to meet the cruise director and of course the Fun Squad and the playlist cast. So again, if you're here on board, make sure you see that Welcome Aboard show. But now we're here out in the lobby waiting for the Rock the Promenade party to start. So where they start down here in the atrium lobby, get you all riled up, and then they move it up to the promenade and you get to check out all the different entertainment venues along the promenade. Again, it's a super cool event. Make sure you don't miss it, but I think I might head to bed. We'll see though. Alright y'all, well that was a cool little sneak peek of Rock the Promenade. They're finishing up the rest of it back there up on deck number 5. They moved it from the atrium like I said, and now they're rocking the promenades. But now I'm gonna head to bed and I'll see you guys tomorrow.
Day number 2 was a full day at sea, and we spent the day mostly lounging around and relaxing around the ship to get rested up and ready for day number 3 in Cozumel, Mexico.
Alright, and we are officially in Cozumel, Mexico. Look at the color of this water. Absolutely gorgeous. And our ship looks huge. Well, because it is. One thing I really like that Carnival does is they provide drinks and stuff for you like over there. It's really, really nice, especially after a long day that you've had in port and you want some refreshments while either waiting in line to get onto the ship or just getting onto the ship. But right over there is the Enchantment of the Seas from Royal Caribbean, like I mentioned earlier. And then that is where we're heading, so we got to walk all the way through here, all the way zigzag a little bit, and then head down to the port area. So one thing I really love about the Carnival port area is that there is a lot of just seating and places to sit. You get a great view of your ship out in the background, and you've just got great places to lounge with clear water, beautiful views. I mean, it just truly is paradise. All right, y'all, and we are going to this beach called Playa Uvas. I've never heard of it before, but we're gonna check it out, and hopefully it's gonna be a good time. Gracias. Alright y'all, so we have made it to Playa Uvas, as I believe is what it's called. And basically, I'll start by saying it's really nice. The amenities and everything they offer looks really, really nice. You can see the beach here. It's not necessarily beach access, it's pretty rocky here. I do believe they have some areas down there and down here where it's easier to access the beach. However, right here, you aren't able to. But in order to get in here, we had to pay $60. Now that was $60 for 3 of us. So if you split that up between 3 people, it comes out to be about $25. It ends up being around $20 or so, which isn't bad. And you get access to these chairs for free. You get kayaking for free and a couple of other different amenities for free as well. Not to mention, you also get a free drink per person. And so in order to use that, you have to redeem it within the first 20 minutes that you're here. So I think that's really, really cool. They do have some great offerings, but again, a downside may be that it's very hard to access the water itself. Now, like I said, there's probably some areas down here where you can get in a little bit easier. There might actually be beach access, like true beach access. But yeah, that's the only thing that I'm seeing that is kind of lacking here. Otherwise, it's great. All right, y'all, and here's the other end, like I was saying. Basically, there is no like true direct beach access, like the sand doesn't lead down. There's actually a little bit of a bridge that leads down to the water. That's kind of your only access point, which is okay, but the water is shallow enough once you get off that little bridge to where you're able to stand up and kind of treat it as a normal beach. Just won't be able to walk right in the water. They've also got a pool over here, which is pretty cool, and more seating, so that's nice as well. But yeah, this is a pretty nice place. And I'm just now noticing there's actually a swim up bar right here, and then the actual restaurant is right over here. Alright y'all, we just finished up kayaking. That was pretty fun. Like I said, hard to get in the water, can't stress that enough. So you're not good with balance, might not be the best thing for you, but we're gonna check out this pool. Now this one's kind of foggy, but it's the swim up bar portion of the pool. So they've actually got a few different portions of the pool. They've got this big pool right here, they've got the more kiddie pool here, and then they've also got this one right here. Let's see how this one feels. Actually, there's stairs over here. This one's just a little bit chilly, but that's alright. Alright, so we have just finished up here. About to head back to the ship so we can grab something to eat, but behind me is the actual restaurant area, and so that's where you can order your food and get your drinks from because it's connected to the bar as well. And now the area we're walking into is the shopping area. There's a whole bunch of different souvenirs like t-shirts and hats and stuff like that you can buy. But overall, fun day at the beach, and I would definitely recommend, and definitely would come back if you're looking for a very price or cost-effective way to have fun. All right, y'all, and just like that, we are back. Big shout out to our driver or taxi driver Gabriella. And today she had cab 530. I don't know if that's the same one she uses every time, but if you have her as your taxi driver, she's a good one. She's very personable, very friendly, and yeah, she got us there and back safe, so that's all I could really ask for. But speaking of getting back, our ship is right there, and that's exactly where we're heading back to right now. Alright y'all, so just finished up eating up on the Lido deck, ended up getting the celebration burger from Guy's Burgers, which was delicious. And what makes it different from the other burgers that they have is it has brisket on it and a whole bunch of other stuff. It's got like coleslaw, and it's great. It really is. I didn't expect it to be as good as it was, and it was amazing. But now that we're all fueled up for the fun, we're gonna go ahead and have some fun up at the waterworks, up on deck, the highest deck that you can go here on board the ship. And we're gonna try out some of the water slides. Fingers crossed they'll let me bring you on the water slides. If they don't, oh well. And I'll see you guys when I see you. Good morning, y'all. Welcome to our final sea day here on board the Carnival Breeze. It's currently the morning. I got a little bit of a later start. It's about, I just looked at my wrist and I don't have anything on my wrist. It's about 9:45. I just finished up at the debarkation presentation. Make sure you go to that so you know how to get off the ship when it's time for you to get off the ship. And now we're gonna head up to the Lido deck to see what the weather's like today. Also, as you can see, I've got my food. I've got some bacon, I have a biscuit, some oranges, and hash browns. I know it's kind of a weird combination, but Just wanted to get something pretty light, because I am heading down to sea day brunch right after this. But we got a pretty good view today. We're heading back to Galveston, unfortunately. It's been a great cruise. This is my very last cruise before I hit platinum status. So my next cruise, which will be the Carnival celebration in about 2 months, we'll finally hit platinum, and we get to experience all the platinum perks and stuff. And of course, I'll take you guys along for that experience as well. Right, what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna eat this food, and then I'll catch back with you guys when we head to sea day brunch.
And unfortunately, here is where I stopped recording for the day. But I spent much of this day just like I did the first day on board, lounging around, relaxing, and this time doing a bit of packing because today was unfortunately our last day on board. And this is where the video comes to a close as well. But if you enjoyed it, make sure you drop a like, subscribe, and turn on that post notification bell so you can get notified whenever I post a brand new video here on the channel. But until then, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you on the ship side.